How's it going, guys? This is Gambit here with episode 1 of CSGO Hot Tips. This is a series we're going to take a look at some different strategies, techniques, and ways to practice for new players at Counter-Strike. Episode 1 is going to be the rifle practice episode, and we're going to take a look at the AK-47 and also the M4A1S and different ways for new players to get more accurate with these rifles. So first things first, let's open the console, and this is just in a standard server without any people in it, just bots in here. We're actually in a server with no bots, but if you open this up and you're on your own private server, you're going to type in SV_ show impacts 1. Oh, I did that by accident. So SV show impacts 1. Alright, and when that's in here, it's going to give us this nice little purple dot where our shots go, so we can see how accurate we're actually being. So now let's take a look at the spray pattern. If you take the AK, start right here, and just hold down the left mouse button, you're going to get the spray pattern where it's going to go up, it's going to come left, back, all the way to the right, and then back left again. So let's start it right here. As you can see, it went all the way up, it jumped left for a second, came all the way right, came back left, and then settled right there in the middle towards the end of our clip. Now, something I see a lot of new players do is they're walking around maps, and when they're checking corners or whatever they're doing, they immediately go to crouch. They see a person, crouch, and shoot. When you do this, it doesn't make you any more accurate. Your recoil stays the same. So we're going to stand where we were at before. We're going to crouch right here. If we were back a little bit further, we'd be right in the exact same bullet holes. But we have the exact same spray pattern, both crouched and not crouched. With the AK-47, with the M4, pretty much any gun in the game, it's going to be the same way crouch, non-crouch is going to be same recoil. Now let's go ahead, we'll jump over to the M4A1S, and we'll take a look at that spray pattern. Alright, so now we got the M4A1S, and if we look at the spray pattern on this weapon, it's a little bit tighter than the AK-47. It's still does jump around a lot if you're just holding down the left mouse button, but it is it's a lot more accurate. So let's start it right here. As you can see, in comparison to the AK, it's a lot tighter of a spray. However, it is it still jumps around quite a bit. And again, with this weapon, if you're crouched, same exact spray pattern. It doesn't help you at all crouched. Your accuracy recoil is going to be the exact same either way. So now something that I like to do to practice with, both with the AK and the M4, is if you're on Nuke, or any map really that you can gauge something with, here's the bricks. We're actually going to take a look. We're going to do 1 shot here, 2 shots in this one, 3 shots, 4 shots, and so on down these bricks. So if we go 1 shot, and see, the more bullets we put in there, it's about 6 shots there. We're trying to keep it all inside 1 brick to see how accurate we can keep our spray. And ideally, we want to keep them in like the exact same bullet hole, like that one right there. That's 3 shots, it's going to be right there, and it's going to drop an enemy immediately. And how we get this effect is, as we're shooting, we're going to pull down a little bit to try to make it, hit in the exact same place. Because as you can see, when we're firing, these weapons actually have a recoil that pulls up quite a bit. So by pulling down about that much, we're going to get the same effect where our bullets are, still traveling upward, but it's, traveling to the same location. That's when you see a lot of pro players shooting, and, let's say the players right there, their reticles down here during that spray, because it's, they know the spray pattern, and they know where it's going. And these spray patterns with both these weapons don't change. So let's say if, it's a second spray there, it's always going to be the exact same spray pattern with whatever weapon you're using. Now, something else I see a lot of new players doing with the rifle is they're going to run and gun. So, like, let's say there's a player down here at boxes, and I'm just running out. I'm going to go like this. I am not going to hit that guy whatsoever. When you're moving like this and spraying, you're just completely not accurate at all. And something else, even if I'm not spraying, if I'm just moving, I aimed here, and those bullets went up in there, and there. And that's just due to the fact that I'm moving while shooting. I know a lot of players come from games like Call of Duty and Halo, where it's it's not a big deal to move while you shoot. And in Counter-Strike, it's a whole different ball game. It's not a game where you can be running and gunning. You're gonna want to stop when you take your shots. And something you can do though, just so you're not quite as stationary of a target, you can do this little CSGO sidestep. And what that does is you're moving so quickly, the game gives you some forgiveness in those shots. So now when I'm doing this sidestep, it's still going to be fairly accurate here. It's going to be, you know, right here in the same shots. And that's, I'm still moving, dodging headshots, but now I'm putting my bullets where I want to put them instead of just, you know, moving like this and having that wild spray. So, you know, you can do that little quick CSGO sidestep when you see somebody, and that usually helps you dodge some shots, and it'll also, you know, keep your shots accurate. Now, something else I see players do, you know, when you're running in gun gear and a run out here, you're going to be exposing yourself to several locations, and learning the map's just something you got to do from playing more and more games. The more you play, the better you're going to become as far as your map awareness goes. Well, let's say if you're trying to, you know, to enter a room, like a site here, through garage, you're going to see there could be players. Let's say there's a player over by Squeaky right here, and there's also one that's going to be inside hut, and one up in heaven. Let's just say that those are the 3 spots that the players are at. If you just run out like this to kill the guy in hut, you're leaving yourself exposed to the guy in heaven, along with the guy in Squeaky, even if you try to shoot both of them. But something that you can do is you can strategically peek these enemies. So if this guy over here in Squeaky, we can actually just, you know, come up to the wall like this, and we're going to take quick peeks on him. So now that we know he's here, we just quick peek out, and now, you know, we have that guy, so we're going to do that. We're going to peek that one, and then we can come down and peek the one from heaven. So by doing that, we're actually killing this guy, and then exposing ourselves to only this guy, and then going for the guy up in heaven. We're not just running out and exposing ourselves to the room. So that's definitely something you want to do with rifles. Make sure that you are checking corners. Oh, missed a chick. Checking corners when you enter rooms, and you know, peeking correctly. You don't want to just run into rooms like that. The more of yourself you expose, the more open you are to just taking shots from a location that you shouldn't have died at. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as the rifle training goes. I do highly recommend coming into games with bots and just focusing on headshots. Another important tip is just keep your cursor at head height. If you notice, I'm never running with my cursor at the ground. This is because it's going to take time, for me to move this cursor up, and then also to find head height. I just kind of know where head height is from playing, and once you discover, you know, what's head height, you always want to keep your cursor there. So if you turn the corner, somebody right there, you're shooting right at head height, and you know, you're hitting them right away. But thanks for watching, guys. Tune in for episode 2. We'll take a look at some grenade strategies, and also a neat little thing I found as far as how to get these cool crosshairs. I'll let you know where you can get those at as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care.